Hello viewer, here R.P. Srivastava with a new topic in economics, that is research methodology, a conceptual analysis. That is the first part of my lecture in context of research methodology and description all about it. Whenever we talk about research, always comes in mind that what is the purpose of research. So three things are very important: what, why and how for any study. And let us here discuss what is research and why and how. So we study any discipline or any subject, the motto behind this is to enhancement or betterment in human beings life. So human progress is the first requirement for any study, and that is the case in research study also. So research is for human progress. What is research? Research and how it differs from other study. Here the basic point in research is to inculcate scientific and inductive thinking that go for a logical thinking and organization. So research always intertwined with scientific thinking or pattern of thinking in a systematic manner. As far as economics, the subject economics is concerned, it is a very complex subject, and if we have to deal with the complexity of the economics and to devise something new in case of economics study or how the economy function, there comes the need of research. So research play a very important role in subject of economics. Apart from this, research adds the process of knowledge formation. Whatever be the discipline we study, if we talk about research, it always makes us able to add something new in context of that very learning. In common terms, research means search of knowledge. What we have to go for, what we want to know in context of our study, this comes under the periphery of research. So research is always for knowing the facts that are already studied or existed. If the matter that is before us is it true, so verification of old facts comes under the study of research. What are the relation between the different facts existing? This also comes under the research domain. We study the cause-effect relationship. So causal explanation comes under research. How the natural law govern the total system. So adherence to the natural law also comes under the study of research. But one basic thing in this, all this study, verification of old facts, their sequencing and interrelationship, to create new ideas or to explain the relation between the two facts and adherence of natural law, all go through a scientific and systematic inquiry. So scientific and systematic inquiry is the basic behind research. Apart from this, after going through research, we are in position to generalize any idea. Is the idea prevailing? Can be generalized. This is possible through going in research. Through research, we are in position to formulate new theory. So, generalization and formulation of new theories is the resultant of research. Let us discuss about the constituents of research. Here, it is better to distinguish in between research methodology and research. What is research process and what is research methodology? Is there any difference? Of course, both are connected. One is the part of another. But as far as research methodology is concerned, it is a quite broader, wider term, or this consists of three elements. The first element is theoretical perspective, on the basis of which we start to search, we start to go for research. So, we start the learning or doing research. Our orientation to start for research is based upon certain theoretical perspective and go through logical inquiry. So, the first element, that is theoretical perspective, is must. That comes, the first element is research methodology. The second, that is tools and techniques. For research, we have to collect the data, we have to present, tabulate, analyze. All these are the procedures involved in research. So, second element, that is tools and techniques of data collection. And last, the very important, that is whatever the data collected must be analyzed to have a result, to have a theory, to have a verification process of existing law or establishing the causal relation between the two variants. So, three things, that is theoretical perspective, tools and techniques of data analysis, data collection, and last, methods of data analysis. These are the three main constituents. So, research methodology comprises all this, but as far as research methods is concerned, it comprises techniques and tools. Research techniques refer to the practical aspects of collecting data, editing, organizing and analyzing, and tools are the instruments that are used for data collection and analysis. Thus, methodology, methods and tools and techniques are the three distinct elements of research process. So, here three elements are there, but only one itself is not adequate to complete the research process. So, three elements must get together to have a findings through research analysis. So, all this comprises research methodology. Inquisitive mind is the first and foremost requirement of research, and when we term inquisitiveness comes, there comes the scientific approach. Here, scientific method does not mean that it is very much related with the natural science, or it is a part and parcel of science subject as such. Here I am talking about scientific methods. What is scientific method? As from very early days, in early stages of our learning, we talk about what is science, and whenever we talk about science, we call that it is a systematic approach of learning. So, here I am talking about what is scientific methods all about and why it is desired. If truly said, research cannot proceed without having scientific methods. So, this is the basic requirement to proceed in the field of research. Because why it is necessary? Because scientific methods is able to have the clear perception about the problem of research. The scientific method is the name given to the philosophy common to all research methods and techniques. Here scientific method is not limited to any one discipline, but whatever be our discipline of research, there comes the philosophy, or the philosophy there lies is the scientific method. Through scientific methods, we are in position to go in the field of research. Of course, this philosophy varies from one place to another, from one discipline to another, but the basic there is the scientific approach of study to follow the scientific method. This method is also required because this is the method followed by logically trained minds. The scientific minds or the researcher that go on the idea of logical training always thinks as according to scientific approach. The unity of all sciences consists alone in its methods, not its material. So, here the approach scientific method is unified one. There is a unitary approach in this, but this unity only lies in the methods. Material may be different for different disciplines. So, there must lie, you have to emphasize here that scientific method is the essence. Here lies the unity in any discipline of research that we have to follow the scientific method, but the material of research may be differ from one place to another, one discipline to another, because scientific methods always pursue the truths, and that truths are determined through logical considerations. The scientific approach gives us scientific interrelation of facts. How the facts are interrelated are discussed scientifically by following the scientific methods. Scientific methods attempt to achieve this ideal by experimentation, observation, logical argumentation. All these are based upon the accepted postulates. So, we go for experimentation, observation, logical argumentation, having some accepted postulates in our mind. There may be one element, experimentation, observation or logical argumentation, one or various approaches all at a time, but one thing must be there, that all these are based upon some accepted postulates, that is the base upon which the research starts. All this is done through experimentation and survey investigation, which are integral parts of scientific methods. In scientific methods, we follow the experiment and survey investigation, and experimentation is done. Here we go for survey analysis, prepare questionnaire, go through experimentation. All are this to test the postulates or test the hypothesis, and what are the new relations that are come into our knowledge through this research. So, testing the hypothesis and discovering new relationship is possible by following the experimentation that is the part and parcel of scientific method. In earlier slide, I have discussed about the constituents of scientific method and why we follow the scientific methods. And in last part of my slide, I have said that experimentation, investigation and all the analysis or testing of hypothesis are based upon some postulates. So here discuss what are the basic postulates of scientific methods. Some of the main postulates on the basis of which scientific inquiry progresses, that is, it relies on empirical evidence. It utilizes only relevant concepts that are the very much desired, that concepts are taken into consideration only. Here the approach is quite objective. We not go in subjective fashion. Our approach is always objective. There prevail the ethical neutrality. So we are very much unbiased and try. Our aim is only to provide, to take out adequate and correct statement about the study, about the population which are under study. These are the basic postulates. Here all is based upon probabilistic predictions. Here there is the idea of certainty always hidden, and we study or we start the study on the postulates of probabilistic prediction. Here we are in position to scrutinize the study or through different mechanisms. Whatever we study, we try to follow the procedure in which there is the possibility to go through critical scrutiny, and lastly it aims to formulating general axioms and scientific theory. So these are the basic postulates of scientific method of research. The scientific method is a quite rigorous one that is based upon the idea of impersonal mode of procedure, where there is no place of biasness. All analysis, all research is based upon the dictate of demands of logic and objective procedure. Accordingly, scientific method implies objective, logical and systematic method. This method is free from personal bias or prejudice. This demonstrates the qualities of a phenomena capable of being verified. So whatever we doing in the research must be verified whenever we desire. This is the basic element of scientific method of research. And lastly, here researcher is guided by rules of reasoning, method wherein the investigation proceeds in a orderly manner, and a method that implies internal consistency. So orderliness, logical, objective, impersonal, without biasness, and to achieve the point of internal consistency is the main point or main point of scientific method to be followed in research process. However, in my present video lecture, I have tried my best to analyze research methodology, research process, and the desirability of scientific method, and try to establish the relation between scientific method and research. Without scientific method, we can't proceed on the way of research. In next videos I will try to discuss the different approaches and different types of research methodology. For now, this is all about research methodology. Thanks.